Alrighty, welcome back to another trade recap. I'm filming this on my PC on my big ass monitor. I usually don't do it because I could never figure out OBS, but hopefully you guys can see the screen okay. But today I took a trade on the Nasdaq. I took a little short scalp that I ended up closing early, and I'll get into that later in the video. Yeah, so I ended up taking a short on the Nasdaq. And let's just, before we get into everything, let me show you guys my executions on NQ. Entered on the 2-minute time frame, which I usually don't do, and exited around here. So let's go over the trade. So coming into market open, if we look at ES over here, NQ ended up coming all the way up and taking this high. ES did not. So we ended up putting in a bearish SMT coming into pre-market, and what I wanted to see was displacement lower, right? We had all this generated sell side liquidity. We had the new week opening gap below us. We had sell side resting below us, right? We had all this generated sell side liquidity and new week opening gap. So confident draws on liquidity. Now, what I wanted to see, and at that point in time, ES ended up having this 15-minute change in the state in pre-market. So this was at 6:45. So in pre-market, we ended up having a 15-minute change in the state on ES. So this is indicating that we want to go to lower, at least to this low, possibly even to this low. But so if we take a look at NQ, let me just actually go into replay mode here. Okay, so we take a look at NQ. At this point in time, the 15-minute change is all the way down here. So NQ has not even had a 5-minute change, a 15-minute change. So the bullish model here is not invalidated on NQ. So I want to stay patient, and I want to wait for price action to tell me where it wants to go. So I took a look at the 1 hour, and what I wanted to see coming into the market open was either a rebalance to constant encroachment of this 1 hour wick, or one last internal manipulation move to then go lower, right? Because at this point in time, we're right here. I can't take anything right here. I cannot take anything. So if we scale down to the 1 minute, let me go to our market open here, which is right. Oh, we're at market open. Okay, never mind. All right. So coming into market open, we have rebalanced to this 15-minute bearish for value gap. We have taken internal sell side, and what did we do? We have tapped constant encroachment of this 1 hour wick. Now, if we scroll down to the 2 minute, I want to see the reaction to this 2 minute for value gap. So what do? We completely run through it, and I ended up entering a short. I put my stop at this recent high, and I was targeting this internal low. Now, what ended up happening was, once we took this internal low, right here, let me get this, all right. Once we took this internal low, ES had not yet taken this internal low. So we ended up putting in a bullish SMT internally. So we take a look at ES. At this point in time, where are we at? Okay, right here. So here's the internal low, right here. And what time was this at? This was at 7:32. So at 7:32, we had a bullish SMT intact. So once we have this bullish SMT, I can either do one of two things. I can take my position off fully and just take my profits, or I can move my stop to break even. And what did I decide to do? I decided to move my stop to break even because at this point in time, we're extremely bearish and I want to see a follow through. So we ended up coming down, and ES ended up coming down and taking this internal low down here on NQ. We ended up taking this internal low, and once we did that and we had a higher time frame bullish SMT, I ended up just closing my position off around here. I'll actually get the exact when I get out of replay mode, but I ended up closing my position somewhere around here for like $400 profit. I'm only up like $400 on the day. Nothing crazy. But I ended up closing my position, and then if I didn't close my position, we would have got stopped at break even. So, great trade. But again, just part of my rules. I do not want to be fighting a bullish SMT. and I just decided to close my position fully. So that was my trade today. Very happy with how I traded and the trade that I took. Let's close this. All right, let me get my executions real quick. So I exited at, can I, oh, okay. 25,169. So I entered around here, 25,169. So I only made it, I'm only up around 20 points on the day. So again, nothing crazy, but this is my model, right? This is the trade that I want to take. This was pretty clear coming into market open, and as soon as I saw that displacement on the 2-minute and we ran through this 2-minute bearish for value gap, I kind of knew that we were going to this low, but again, we're fighting a bullish SMT. I'm already, I don't want to be fighting a bullish SMT. Us reverse, have one more internal manipulation leg, and then go lower, right? I just want to take my profits and get out for the day. So that was my trade today. Normally do not trade no news Mondays. I really never trade no news Mondays, but today that model was super clear and I decided to take it. But going throughout this week with the government shutdown, we really don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. So I'm really focused on just watching price action this week. Watching price action, not too worried about news because I don't know which news is coming out this week. So just focusing on watching price action, right? We're at all-time highs again. I just want to see what price action wants to show us, and I want to see us build more price action. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. I hope you guys learned something. Up around $400 on the day. And I will catch you guys in the next trade recap.